Welcome everyone. Today I am very excited to introduce our product, which is TechGarden, and it's technically a platform designed to help users navigate and grow into their next tech role by identifying and developing transferable skills. So starting off with our great team that made this product a reality, introducing product visionaries, Sidra, which is me, and my excellent co-product manager, Nihal. Then we also have experienced architects, I'm telling you, like really great designers, Sarah and Katie. We have coding wizards, Vanessa, Darinel, and again, an outstanding language designer, Vasudha. So let's move forward. Our journey begins with, focusing on people who are in tech industry. There are many professionals facing burnout or dissatisfaction due to mismatched roles and skills. And there are other people, and there are others as well, who are changing careers or climbing the career ladder. And that process can be overwhelming for them without proper support and guidance. So our solution is TechGarden, which helps you in learning and grow into your next tech role. So at TechGarden, we understand the challenges that you face when it comes to changing roles or even just advancing to senior positions. And our mission is to help you identify and utilize your transferable skills. So we also help users navigate through roles and navigate through roles by identifying applicable transferable skills and support them by helping them with their next steps. So how do we nurture their professional? Like why? We have three important features that are part of the product, which is discovering roles and a skill assessment, and the third one that we have is a knowledge hub. So when we talk about role discovery, so it's about simplifying the process of exploring various tech roles with detailed descriptions and the skills that are required, so the user knows, like, okay, I have to have those skills for the job role that I'm targeting. We also have a skill assessment, which allows users to input their skills and receive recommendations on which job role they are suited for. Lastly, we have a knowledge hub, which is a resource center offering articles, tutorials, and guides to help users develop the necessary skills that is required. Next, I would hand this over to our UX designer, Sarah, to continue with this idea.
Hi. So once the MVP features were defined, Kirti and I set out to map out the user flow of the site. And for the MVP, we came up with two main user flows. Next slide. So the first of the two sprints were focused on the first user flow, which was browsing by tech role. So we have a page of cards with all the different tech roles, and when you click on the card, it will go to another page with more description and the skills required in that role. And then each skill will link out to a dedicated resource page, so you can learn more about those skills. Next slide. The next two sprints focused on our second user flow, which was when a user inputs their skills into the site. We'll recommend a tech role based on those skills, and then they'll also get suggestions and resources to grow additional skills for that role. So they could upskill from like a junior to a senior. For this section, we broke down the skills input into multiple steps so that we didn't overwhelm the user. We added a progress bar to indicate where the user was in the flow, and I also ran a card sort study for how we should organize group the skills. And so for the ending result of that flow, we get the results page, but we made sure to include a design for edge cases where the user doesn't have enough skills in a particular area to recommend a specific role. So in that case, they will be provided with several roles and shown how their skills compare so that they can read through the descriptions and see what interests them the most for which skills that they should grow. Next slide. So we worked hard to make sure that the color palette was accessible, and then we used Firefly AI to create a cohesive set of images that represented our target users while including a range of diversity.
So moving forward, the developers work really hard with the tech stack, which includes React.js and Tailwind CSS. Plus, they also ensure to incorporate best practices, which was the responsive layout and accessibility practices that are required for the site. Right. So we also have this live demo here of the site. So let's switch to that and live demo to the site. And that's the homepage for our site. From the homepage, you can head over to, just to discover, go and discover career options. Plus, we also have find my skill match. So it really depends on where you go. So if you go to discover roles, you should be able to see roles. And if you want to explore further, you can just head over and check the skills that are required for a particular role. So we have all these skills, and these skills are all accessible. Plus, the skills are divided into two categories. So we have separate category for technical skills, and then we have separate one for soft skills. Apart from that, we have the skills evaluation section where you can choose your current role and then further choose the skills. The skills are further divided into different categories. So you have administrative competencies, and then you have technical proficiencies. Let's say if you select the skills that you have, and the most important one, which is skills. So let's randomly choose and click find my career. So that's the edge case that we're talking about. So in case you match all three skills, you're not only able to download your personalized report, you get the skill match there. It also tells you about the percentage of skills that you have matched. And the detail is there again, plus the skill set that's required for the particular role. So I'll head over to the presentation once again. What went well with this entire development process? So as product managers, we excel at managing diverse team. UX designers collaborated effectively with developers and with handling all the design assets and the resources. Our UX writer created an impactful microcopy, and developers applied really great logic to ensure accurate test results. The project could have, it could be better. Again, that's for the future if we are able to implement backend. And these when we were doing the comparative analysis, we were doing the research and realized that if you incorporate large language models into these kind of sites, it really gives a natural flow, and users really feel connected while they are going through the skills that they require, or even if they just want to practice their skills. We would also love to have a mobile application and integration with job portals like LinkedIn. Plus, since we didn't have any local data storage in this site, we would love to have personalized learning paths that would require data storage, and that would automatically require a database where we can store the data. And right now, we only have 3 tech roles, so we would love to have 4 tech roles in our product. This brings us to the end of our presentation. Thank you so much for listening to our presentation, and we look forward to your feedback and support. Plus, there's a QR code if you want to check out the live site in detail and do your skill assessment. Thank you. Any questions?